You must be the new guy. Take a seat. Welcome to the New York Transport Association. I'm Jason McKenzie, and I'm running this shop. Let's get to your personal details. Okay, what's your name? That should do it for now. Well now, tell me, do you have any experience in driving a train or none at all?
Okay, that was cute. They asked me two conflicting questions. Do I have experience? No. Would I like to play a tutorial? Yes. Okay, I hope that's
Okay then,
correct.
we'll get you up to speed. Mrs. Taylor, go and tell Mr. Flint to come around.
Hey,
That's our
Daffy.
shift leader. He'll sort you out. That's it for me, I believe. I hope you'll like it here. If you ever have any questions, well, you know where to find me. That's Mr. Flint, our shift leader. Here's the new guy. Go show him around. Okay, will do.
Taffy's has the sound up over there. When the game first started, it was really, really, really loud. So I turned it down a little bit, but I think I need to turn down the music in the game.
By the way, I'm Steven. Right, just next to the boss's office, you'll find our Pearl, Lindsay. Just across, you'll find the locker room.
Sounds good.
That's
Okay,
all
thanks.
for now. You can get changed there before your shift starts. If you need me, I'll be next to the boss's office. And if you had too much coffee and you needed the gents, there you are. Gents usually use the one on the right, and ladies the one to the left. Follow me to the canteen.
Jeez.
Here's our canteen.
This
where
looks
you can
like
get everything
prison.
you need. Hot steaming coffee, snacks, or a full lunch. Some days you can even enjoy the food. Now we'll get to the heart of it all. Just follow me.
Man, I'm afraid to move into the room. I feel like I'm gonna catch a shiv in the back. This is rough looking. Alright, later for that.
Here's our maintenance shop. That's where the trains get checked and repaired for their next operation. If you have any technical questions to ask, you can always check on our shop floor supervisor. You'll normally find him here. That's it. I've shown you all the most important places. This is where our tour ends. Okay, let's check out how to operate the train. Come on, we'll take the train on the right.
Sounds good? Okay, thanks, Duffys. Open the door with the left mouse button. Which door? This door?
Excellent. Now, pull down the seat and sit down.
Oh, that door, duh.
Yeah, well done. Now, there's quite a few camera views. I suggest looking up the key commands in the manual. The time monitor, route monitor, and the station monitor can also be called up via key commands. First, we should turn on some lights so that we can see. Continue via the switch panel behind you. Press the equivalent key to change the view.
Switch to the view with key 5.
Now switch on the light in the cab.
Press S.
And then switch on the headlights.
Press D.
Perfect. Now we'll deal with the passenger compartment. Switch on the lights first. And as we don't want our passengers to suffocate, you'll need to switch on the air conditioning in the compartment.
Alright, C to sit. I can get camera views 1 through 6. Okay. HUD monitor 7, 8, 9. I didn't do that yet. Driver's cab light S. Headlight D. These are odd keys. Passenger room. So coach lights A. Ventilation G. None of those controls are labeled on the wall switch there. Alright, so I'm going to keep the manual handy until I can figure that out. Would you like to continue tutorial? Yes.
Turn back to the front to see the control panel. To operate the train, you will need to insert the reverser lever.
Reverser lever.
Now attach the brake lever. The order of operation doesn't really matter. You can do as you want.
So, reverser. And then
Perfect.
brake.
We'll now
Okay.
take a look at the control panel in the cab. Change the control panel view.
Left panel.
Unlock the control panel.
unlock the panel.
Okay, switch on the main fan. In addition, you can also change from headlight to traveling light, but note that this is only allowed outside of stations. When approaching a station, switch back to normal headlights to avoid accidents.
Ventilation, headlights, traveling lights, rather, not headlights. I don't know what that means, traveling light. What the hell is a traveling light? Is that like ditch lights? Unlock left control panel, E. Okay, so reverser lever and brake lever here, okay. Hi. Would you like to continue the tutorial? Yes. Why do I have to keep continuing it? Opening doors as driver, optional. Yes.
Let's take a look at the door controls. To operate it, you need to unlock the control panel first. You'll need a key for this.
Control key B.
Very good. And don't forget, if you change cabins, you'll need to take the key with you. Let's look at the door controls now. You can see two levers. The left lever is for the left side in driving direction. The right one for the right side in driving direction. Take care that you'll only open the doors which are on the platform side.
All right, got it.
Right. In our case, the doors are already open. We want to close them now. You can check by looking out of the window. Open it.
Open the window, press and hold K.
Okay, now look out the window.
Look out of the window, shift right. Oh, shift right, okay.
Come back in again.
Free look with key 1.
Set the lever to the close position.
Turn to the door controls with key 6. Okay, that's the panel. Close the right doors with numpad 6. Hey, Schnauzer Power. Welcome to the dojo of Kojo.
As we don't want to catch a cold, we will close the window again.
Press and hold L.
Now we'll concentrate on what's happening in front of us.
And if it says you can let the AI do the doors, right. Yeah, I read that in the manual. But I figured I'd do the tutorial anyway just so I know, how to do it. And long term, I might want to do it myself anyway. Because that's what I'm used to. I mean, every other train sim, we run the doors ourselves, right? We don't need a stinking conductor. All right, so far I'm finding none of these controls intuitive, but we pros, right, Davies? But, I mean, just like anything, I guess it's just a matter of, nothing's intuitive until you learn it, right? So, but I'm going to have to definitely keep the manual handy until I learn the controls, I guess. All right, so let me review that again. So unfortunately, I mean, it looks like this is more like World of Subways 2 than 4 in that you don't get graphical control interfaces. You have to do everything by hotkeys. Am I getting that right? Or I just haven't gotten enough access to do graphical yet. So let me see. Here we were looking at Switch panel key. B. I don't know. I might remap some of these. I need more intuitive control letters. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Left doors, 4 numpad. Right doors, 6 numpad. Okay. Open window K. Close window L. Snazzer Power says there's simplified controls in service mode. Okay. Daffy says, good question. You've always used the hotkeys. With this one, maybe you can use the mouse. Yeah. Yeah, because with World of Subways 3, there's a mouse, graphical interface for every control. Like when you're first doing setup, you have all the switches. When you're setting up the coach, the ventilation and the lights, you can just click the buttons, I mean, there are hotkeys for everything, but, just like with Train Sim World, you can still do everything on the desk. If you can see the control, you can just activate it. But you can't do that on World of Subways 2. You can only do it with hotkeys. And I'm hoping this one isn't kind of a step back to that, because I kind of, at least until you learn the hotkeys, it's nice to be able to just see a control and click it, It's at least nice to have the option. Okay, let's see. So open windows were K and L. Subway views. Right view was shift right. We didn't get to do the left view. That's shift left. Okay. And then right door signal 9 and left door signal 7. We didn't do those at all. Snazzer Power says, have you been in the House of Horrors? That is The Office yet? Yeah. Yeah, I started there. Which, to be honest, if it allows me, I might do it over from scratch, because kind of getting all this information like a fire hose. I'm not sure I'm retaining any of it yet, but, we'll see. All right, so right door signal and left door signal. I didn't do signals at all. What is that, like a buzzer? Like you at before you close the doors, I guess? All right, so switch panel was B. Switch panel is B. Left doors, right doors. Windows, K and L. Open, close window, okay. Then shift keys for views out. Okay, all right. Daffy says, I guess I've been lazy and have AI do it. Okay. Would you like to continue the tutorial? Yes. Focus with key 1.
Right, let's get this baby running. Push the reverser into the position forward.
All right, so I'll say right off the bat, Schnauzer Powers, that this dude, Steve, as your trainer, is way, way, way better than Danny. When you get Danny in World of Subways 3, it'll be almost a culture shock compared to this guy. He's kind of a nice guy, actually. All right. So let's see. Press the direction lever forward with the 8 key. So I think, you know what, let me double check my control, because I got the manual open on the other screen here. Let me take a look at that real quick. At least want to have it handy. All right. Okay. So, direction lever forward with the numpad 8.
Now push down the dead man switch.
Alright, so 8 and 2. Got it. So dead man switch is space bar. That's basically what I call the doohickey on
You're
the
nearly
German
there.
line.
All you need is to loosen the brake.
Alright, brake key is left or right, right? the barometer to your
I'm not
right
going to
until
say
it
that
has
you're a
reached
natural
120
talent, but you're
bar.
doing pretty good for a beginner.
Oh, the joke's on him because I'm not a beginner. Woohoo! All right, information. In this tutorial, you will learn how to drive and stop the subway, how to act in curves and switches, and to stop at stations. Hey, Donna. He called me a beginner. Little does he know, right, Daffys? Snazza Powers says scary. What, you finding Steve scary there, Snazza Powers? You know what was scary though, Snazza Powers? When I went through, you asked me had I been in the office, when he's giving you the tour of the office and then he takes you through, what is it, the cafeteria or whatever? Or I forget what he calls it, the commissary, I don't know what he calls it. I told Daffy's that place looks like a prison, man. You know, I'm afraid somebody's going to shiv me in the back. I'm going to need a good bodyguard like Donna, you know, to watch my back going through that place. All right, let's see. In this tutorial, you will learn how to drive and stop the subway, how to act in curves and switches, and how to stop at stations. Turn on the HUD for next for start. Okay. Oops, that's the wrong 7. 789. Oh, it's the regular 789. I thought it was numpad. Okay. That's something completely different. All right. Steve's all right. Yeah, he seems to be. Hey, Steve's gone. Well, that's another reason, another way that he's not like Danny, because Danny just kind of stands basically with his, I'll just say Snazza Powers, Danny does not respect your personal space. At all. Alright, so let's see. Switch to the front camera with the plus numpad key. Set the destination board to Times Square. Page down. Oh, okay, so this is simple. Just page down, page up. Okay. So set the destination board to Times Square. There we go. Return to driver's cab with number 1. Accelerate and stop at the mark. Accelerate to 6 miles per hour. Switch the operator presence control device, the OPC. Let's see. I'm a little. How you doing tonight, Donna? Davis says BRB. Okay, Davis. Can I close the damn door? Alright, let's see. Oh. That's just the throttle. And that's my brake. Operated presence control device. I thought it was something like you know, CIFA or something, the way they made it sound. I thought it was a different control. It's just the throttle. Whoa. Let's see. Accelerate to 6 miles per hour, they told me to do. Where's my speed? There. Alright, so I'm doing 6. And then stop it. Set the brake to level 0. Repeatedly press left. Okay. Donna says, doing well. Gonna lurk as you game. Okay, Donna. Graphics look great in World of Subways 4. Looking good, Snazzer Powers? Okay, good. Glad to hear I have a totally new setup. I was working on my entire desk setup during the week, so I got a lot of changes here. I got some changes in my OBS setup. I got a lot of changes, so I asked Dad earlier if my sound was sounding okay or not, because when I first started the game up, when it started the intro, it was so damn loud. But since the music turned off, it doesn't seem to be so bad. I think I need to turn down the music slider, but other than that, I'm still feeling out the rest of the setup. All right, so let's see. Information in front of you is a rise, and behind it is a curve. Okay. Accelerate to 16 miles per hour. Start at level 1, accelerate to 6, and then go to level 2 on the throttle. Okay. Let's see, that's this way. Oh, accelerate to level 2. Sounds good? Okay. Thanks, Snaz Powers. Biggest issue is when you switch tracks, easy derail. Oh, okay. I gotta say that those HUD graphics are kind of small to my eyes. Pay attention to the speed limit. The last car needs to pass the curve with 20 miles per hour as well. Alright, so I can't take a curve tighter than 20, I guess. Alright, information. Drive through the switch with 19 miles per hour and stop at the station. Okay. Hold your speed at 19. That's easy. Not going 19 yet. Okay. I guess we made it. It's only doing 14. Yeah, these games are a bit more intuitive. They'd be so much better, right? Let's see. Stop the subway at the end of the platform. Reduce your speed with the electromagnetic brake levels. Stop the subway with the air brakes. Alright, so let's see. The manual says brake levels 1 through 4 activate electromagnetic. Brake levels 5 through 8 activate air. Alright, so which is which? Which direction is low versus high? Current pressure is displayed on the barometer at the bottom right of the cabin. Okay. But I know that. hang on a second. So hang on a second. Let me check something else. Okay, so all right, so I guess the lower levels are to my left, the higher levels to my right. So, all right, I think I understand. Let's just try it. Trial and error, right? My brakes are off. Is my throttle off? All right, where's my stop marker? It said the end of the platform, right? Yeah, stop the subway at the end of the platform. Look out for the sign with the label 11/10. All right, so I'm not done moving yet. Oh, there's my stop marker. Slow down. Very good. The tutorial ends here. Have fun with World of Subway is for. Achievement unlocked. Subway 101. Woohoo! Snazzle Power says BRB. Okay, Snazzle Powers. Alright, so that's it. Crap, now I'm back in the office. For the beginning, you should drive some schedules to get used to the track and the train controls. Go to Steve's office. Alright, where the hell am I? Alright, I think I started in the director's office, right? Haven't been to see the secretary yet. I don't know what these other offices are. Before I do anything else, let me check my audio. Because that music was really, really, really loud when I started the game. Doesn't seem to be so bad now, though. Let me cut it about in half. That's actually too low. Maybe 3/4? Alright, so what else we got here? Staff office. I'm getting a lot of screen tearing. Alright, this is the commissary, aka the prison ward, as far as I'm concerned. That's a rough looking crowd in there. What's with the circles? Does that mean I can go talk to people? Oh, I guess I can. I'm getting person pop-ups or whatever. Security. Chef. Can I order Order coffee? Anyway, what am I supposed to be doing? I forgot what they told me to do. I don't know. Alright, this is where the garage was. Firefighter. Mechanic. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be here. I probably should have loaded some more. Oh, wow. Alright, so I have access to everything. Probably can't do much with it, but... Oh, I can run. Okay, that's cool. Alright, let me go find something to actually do, like drive. Oh, that's the cover art for World of Subways 1, the original game. Interesting. Alright, let's go find something to do. Where the hell am I? I'm kind of lost now. Oh, that's still the garage. Okay. Circuit box? Alright, that's the director's office. So that guy just came out of here. Is this the security office? That's a locker room. Okay. Get out of here. It's here. Nothing I can access. Secretary's office. Can I talk to her?
Hey, it's not a good time. I think I can help you. Hey, have you heard all the stories hanging around here? Sorry, but I need to carry on. Let's talk later, okay?
Hey, Blast Pop. Alright, well, she wasn't totally rude. She just wasn't helpful. Whoa! That was rude. Creepy guy. Brad Pomeroy, driver. How you doing, Blast Pop? Oh, great. He's totally blocked my route.
Hi, my name is Brad Pomeroy. Just call me Brad. That's it. I've been driving for a while for this employer.
Okay, well, you can interact with people. That's different. For World of Subways, anyway. He wasn't rude either. He just didn't respect my personal space. Don't look much like Subways. Yeah, right? Yeah, I've only been up for about... Oh, it's been over half an hour already. Almost an hour. Hey, Sam. And when I first started streaming it, Blast Pop, I told Daffy's that going into this commissary in here looked like a prison block, man. Look at this. That's a rough crowd in there, man. At least it looks rough. I was afraid to turn my back to them. Oh. Oh, I can access the kitchen. I'm sure I'm not supposed to be back here. Open flame, that's not safe. Get some food on there. Can I talk to the cook?
You hungry? I'm responsible for the food. By the way, I'm Jake Jones. Call me Jake. You know, I wasn't always a chef. I was a driver before, just like you.
Oh, he used to drive and now he cooks. That's interesting. Wonder what happened. Something tells me there's a story there. How you doing today, Sam? This is World of Subways 4. I just started playing it tonight. His nickname is Crash. Is that what? Oh, you're right. Oh, is that what he said? Oh, no, that's what you said. Never mind. Lots of detail. Yeah, it looks like there's an RPG element to this. In that I can go into different offices and talk to people and stuff like that. Only thing I've really done so far is do the training. Alright, I started here talking to the director. I'm not going to go back there. Okay, so this is the guy who just trained me. His name is Steve. He's the shift supervisor, okay. And this guy is the mechanic. I didn't talk to him yet. Let me see if he'll talk to me.
Ah, the newbie. Hi, my name is Bruce Hawkins. Call me Bruce.
Alright, well, people aren't rude, at least. If you approach them, they'll talk to you. Don't seem to have much to say yet. Looks like 1950s, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what time of, what time period it's supposed to be in. Hang on a second, let me, check some stuff here.
Ah, perfect timing. I've a lot of work for you. Can you tell me which ride you want to take over?
Alright, so he's going to give me some work. Nice. This looks so much not like a train sim. No, it is, Sam. It's actually the fourth one. This is the latest game in the World of Subways series. Blast Pop says, look at your trainer's phone. That is old. Oh, I didn't actually notice, but yeah, you're probably right. Alright, let's see. Okay, so this is where I set up my scheduled services, I guess. So, let's see. We can set up calendar. I'll make it accurate. So, we'll make it July. Today's a Friday. We'll do a Friday night service. 9 o'clock. Let's see, Friday night. Alright, let's see, select schedule. 9:17 p.m. 42nd Street to Times Square, Manhattan. Oh, no, 42nd Street, Times Square, Manhattan to Flushing Main Street, Queens Express. Okay. Select starting station. 42nd Street, Times Square, Manhattan. Yeah, we'll start there. Okay, so it looks like I can restart the tutorial from here. I can set up weather. Sunny, cloudy, precipitation. Let's just... I don't want to mess with weather yet, so I'm just going to pick sunny. Technically it's nighttime, but that's okay. Accept that. Alright, so July, Friday night. Shift is this shift. Schedule is this schedule. We're starting there. Alright, how do I start? Start shift, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. I'm counting on you.
Sam says you've only seen World of Subways 3, really? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've played that a lot. I started playing World of Subways 2 in last month, basically May. Choose a difficulty, beginner or regular. I'm definitely choosing beginner. Would you like to activate the conductor AI? The AI opens and closes the doors at stations automatically, according to scheduled departure. And the Berlin one, right. Yeah, that's number 2. So there were 4 in the series. I've played the second one, which is Berlin, the third one, which is London. This is the 4th one, which is New York City. The only one I don't have is the first one, which is also New York City. So they did both 1 and 4 in New York City. All right, would you like to activate the conductor AI? Do I want to do the AI conductor, or do I want to do this myself? I think I'm going to just concentrate on driving. This one is different in that it has an AI conductor to run the doors. I mean, I'm used to running my own doors with every other train sim we play pretty much, but I think just because I'm just getting started, I think I'll run the AI for the doors. All right, switch on the driver's cab light. Plug in the brake lever. Set the braking level to 4. Push in the direction lever. That's the reverser. Alright, switch direction to forward. Alright, so you can go forward, neutral, reverse, neutral, forward. Okay. Switch on the passenger room light to A. Switch on the headlights, D. How do I know my headlight? Oh, there's my headlights, D. Okay. Switch off the driver's cab light, S. I want my cab light. Switch off the cab light. Oh, they're going to make me turn it off. Okay. Switch on the time monitor, 7. The route monitor, 8. Station monitor, 9. Okay. So they have the same set of HUD displays in every one of them. Clock, route monitor, station monitor. Just for some reason, every one of these, they change the controls. Okay. Wait for the scheduled departure. You can use time lapse. Yeah, so I did find out that in this one, according to the manual, they have a time compression function so that if you're waiting for a certain time of day, you can just press, it looks like the tab key, I think. And you can accelerate the clock, so basically time compression. I think it's tab key. Let me check that. Is it tab or... blah, blah, blah. looking at the manual on my other screen. Yes, time lapse key is tab. Okay. All right. Wait for scheduled departure. So. All right, what time is my scheduled departure? 9:17. What time is it now? 9:13. Okay. Whoa. I'm hearing some serious thunder outside. I didn't know we were supposed to get storms tonight. Hang on a second. Let me check the weather. Which I shouldn't be surprised. We've had bad storms all week pretty much here. Give me 1 second, guys. No, I don't have any storms in the area for tonight. Where the hell did that thunder come from? Maybe that wasn't thunder I heard. Maybe it was, God forbid. I don't know what that was. Plane crash? I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah, because there's no storms in the forecast for us locally. I don't understand. All right. Anyway, let us proceed. So let's see. I need to. What do I need to do? Get to Times Square, I guess. So I guess I'm sitting in on a siding or something. So let me see. What do I need to do? I need to go to. I need to engage operator presence. I need to release the brakes. Make sure the brakes are pressurized. Braking lever is set to 0. Apply braking by moving it to the right key left. Do I have brake pressure? Alright, this is my brake pressure gauge on the right here. Sorry, I'm looking at the manual because there's a lot of controls and it's just obviously I'm still trying to assimilate what I need to do to pressurize the brakes. So they walked me through it in the tutorial, but I don't fully remember. All right, so anyway, let me get this train moving. So all I'm trying to figure out is what did I have to do to pressurize the brakes? All right, so my standard brake levels are 1 through 8. It says number 9 is the emergency brake. It empties the tank completely. When the pressure reaches 120, you are ready to start. Okay, so this looks like it's at 120 if I'm judging by the black gauge. I assume, the black needle rather. I assume the red needle is my brake cylinder pressure, I assume. So let me see. Oh, okay. So wait until brake pressure has built up. Braking pressure 99. 79. I'm going the wrong way. All right, so if I go all the way out, it dumps the brake pipe. Okay. So that's number 9. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm waiting for the black needle to get back to 120. One more. There it is. So now my brakes are fully charged. Okay. That's all I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out how do I charge the brakes. Schnauzer Power says the underground sections in this are great. Okay. Let's see. Now release braking lever to the very left. Alright, now accelerate slowly. Key up. Okay. So... Alright. Let's see if we can move. Alright, we are rolling. Hey, I got passengers. How the hell do I have passengers? So I have external cameras here. The exterior view is disabled inside tunnels. Okay, so I can't actually use them other than this view. Alright, so they told me in training, don't take curves faster than 19 miles an hour. The tunnels are so narrow you get the sense of speed. Okay. Oh, there's that platform. That didn't take long. Where's my stop? Did I turn my lights on? I don't feel like I did, but I guess I did. Wait, there's a high beam also. T. R. Oh, there's the high beam. Okay. And T turns it off. Got it. So where's my stop? Whoops. Hang on. Alright, so doors are operated automatically. Can I look outside now? I guess not. Well, conductor's doing all the outside work for me, I guess. Wait, is it my departure time? Hang on. I guess so. Okay. Where's my clock? Alright, so technically I left on time, I guess. So now the power says, constantly thinking of that scene from Ghostbusters? What scene is that? Constantly thinking, okay. Looks like some kind of steampunk railroad, yeah. Oh, it's another station already. Alright, so we're at Grand Central. Let's see, he's not opening the doors. I guess I didn't hit my stop sign. He's still not opening the doors. Oh, you know what? This is a semi-express. I'm not supposed to stop here, I guess. All right, let me see. So I'm not interpreting the route monitor properly. My destination is not here. My destination is Main Street. Ah. Let me see. Brakes okay? Yeah. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I'm in the wrong station. So let me see. I'm doing Main Street at 9:47. No, that's not right. No, Main Street is my ultimate destination. Where's my next destination? Next station. Vernon Boulevard? Sorry guys, I'll catch up on chat in a minute. I'm still trying to figure out my HUD here. That's top speed. Oh, I gotta slow down because my curves are coming up. Not supposed to take the curves faster than 20, I think. Alright. Well, at least I didn't derail. Ooh, that's probably close. I probably almost derailed. Alright, so this is a stop. Am I supposed to stop here? Vernon Boulevard. Is this Vernon Boulevard? Vernon Jackson. It says Vernon Jackson Avenues. Okay, I guess this is it, yeah. Alright, where's... Oh, is this my stop marker? I don't know. See, I don't know how many cars my train has either. Okay, he's not opening the doors. I guess I'm still not at my stop marker. How do I know where my stop markers are? I don't know how many cars I have. Probably here, 11 or 10. Alright, he opened the doors that time. Can I look outside? I can. Okay, how do I put my head back in the window? There, I guess that'll do. All right. Well, I made that stop. I think I maybe blew the previous stop, but I made that one. But no, I didn't see the new Ghostbusters with the females, the women doing it. I mean, I've heard mixed reviews. Oops. I mean, I don't know if I personally would think it's horrible, but I'm not really motivated to see it. Let's see, am I stopping here? Hunter's Point. See, the thing is, I thought this is supposed to be an express, so I'm not sure where I'm supposed to stop. It looks like I was about to derail. Yeah, I think I almost was. But from what they said in training, stay below 20 miles an hour when you take turns. That's so I think I got it down just in time. Alright, so he's not opening the doors. I don't know if that's because I missed my stop or because I'm not supposed to stop here at all. Let me try changing the reverser. Stop, 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 stop. Let's see, reverser is this control. Stop. Oh, you opened the door. Okay. Alright, so he wouldn't open the door if I overshot, but if I, how do I get back in the cab? If I undershoot, it looks like he opened the doors. Alright, release the brakes. And reverser forward, throttle up. Except don't run the red light. Signal says... Well, that's weird. So my signal in front of me says red, but my HUD signal says green. So... I'm confused. I don't know which way, what to do. Jeez. Well, I guess we'll go forward. If I spad, I spad, I guess. Can't sit here all night. Let's see. Release the brakes. Okay. So trust the HUD, not the graphical signals. Interesting. Sam says be okay for about 10 minutes. Okay, Sam, no problem. Yeah, good luck, Sam. Hope you don't have any damage. lot of stars out at least. So I guess now that I'm outside, I can look at more cameras. Two. Three. Oh, that's my interior. I'm at the platform anyway. So let's see. Court Square, is that where I am? I am way behind schedule. Alright, well, close enough. I guess I hit my mark that time. Two, three, four, five. How many cameras do I get? 6. Oh, wrong one. These 3. Alright, we're good to go, I guess. Snaz Power says, early day gonna hit the sack. Alright, Snaz Powers, thanks for dropping in. And have a good day tomorrow. Curve ahead, gotta watch my speed on the curves. And there's the next platform. You know, I'm still confused about my express status. I mean, am I supposed to be making these other stops? I mean, or am I just supposed to go straight through to my end destination? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Whoa, wait. Yeah, I overshot my stop again. Yeah, let me see if I can back up. Blast Pop says, catch you later. Okay, Blast Pop. Thanks for dropping in, man. Have a good night. Wait. Forward. Welcome back, Sam. Sam, how's it looking there? Hopefully your neighbor's trampoline didn't hit your place. Nah, it didn't. Lucky dude. Okay. Oh, nice warning on the switch. You didn't tell me I was hitting the switch. This reminds you of GTA 4, the subway's there. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm not stopping here. I don't know why I'm driving so slow. Pick up speed. Okay, so he switches to the center track so we can get an express. So we're going to skip some of these platforms. Okay. So I can go to 35 in this section. So I'm at full throttle right now. Let's see how much acceleration we got. Alright, we can go to 40 now. Oh, I got to slow down to 25. Alright. Curve coming up. Slow to 20. Alright, accelerate back to 25. So now I can go to 35. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. I never set my destination board. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to stop here? I think so. Uh-oh. Woodside. I hope this is Woodside. Alright, I screwed that up. Growing pains. Alright, let me see. Reverser. Which is my reverser? This is the reverser. Place the brakes, back it up. Looks confusing. Nah, it's not really confusing at all. I'm just making it look confusing. Alright, back to forward. You know, any new train is going to be a little bit confusing. Alright, doors are open on both sides. Okay. So this is double platform boarding. Look at that. That's different. Alright, reverser back to forward. Release the brakes. Throttle up. No, I wouldn't say it's confusing at all, Sam. It actually also has a pretty good tutorial. Out of the 3 games in the series that I've played, I would say this one has the best tutorial. But, you know, just like any train sim, it still takes you a while to get used to the train itself. So this is another express section. I'm not stopping here. Gotta watch my speed. So Sam, what is it, like Saturday afternoon where you are? About 2 o'clock, something like that? 1 o'clock? $12 oh, okay. Alright, so I got a signal yellow ahead. Just switch to green, I think. Alright, let me keep accelerating. Yeah, it's about 10 p.m. here. Oops, I'm speeding. Slow down. So still running express, which means I get to pass all these other stations. Whoa. You might 4 or 3 of World of Subway. You mean you might buy them? Might get you, mean. Okay, yeah. Let's see. I have a stop. Okay, so my stop is ahead. Slow down. Wow, crowded platforms. Look at that. That is really crowded. I would say out of all the World of Subways games, that is the most crowded I've ever seen a platform. Geez, you're typing today. Yeah, no worries. And here. Alright, good stop. Yeah, they definitely dialed up the NPC traffic in this one. Is that like a busy main station? Well, it's New York City. All the stations are busy. I don't think that one in particular is a main station. What is that? Junction Boulevard. I mean, I don't really know. I don't know New York that well to say, you know, what busy stations are, and, you know, relatively speaking anyway, you know. But New York is, you know, the most crowded city in America, so not only in terms of total population, but also population density. So every place in New York City is going to be really busy. So let me try to keep my speed up, because I'm not really driving to recommended speed. Or at least not to my speed limits. Oh wait, that's a turn. Watch my speed in the turns. That looked close, yeah. Although I don't think that one was a particularly tight turn, so I probably was okay. And you know the funny thing is, there's no instrumentation in the cab here. I mean, the only way I can tell my speed is looking at the HUD. I'm wondering how I would otherwise know what my speed is. I mean, there's a brake pressure gauge here, but there's no speedometer. Oh, it was a red light. I'm going to spad. Damn it. Well, I would have spadded, but the light changed just in time. Oh, God. Oh, man. Talk about close calls. Luck. I know, right? Beginner's luck. Because that should have been a spad, I guess. Alright, but it worked out. That's a crowded train, too. Even inside, people are standing. Like on the London Underground, you don't see people standing on the train. Let's see. Did I not release the brake? There we go. Alright, I got a yellow over green ahead. Am I hitting a switch? I might be hitting a switch. So let me see. They said turns stay below 20. Switches... Oh, no, I'm not going through the switch. Never mind. I forgot what they told me about switch speed. I might have to do the tutorial again just to get some of that information. You're horrible at operating electric trains? Yeah. Alright, current speed limit is 35. Let me crank it up. Running so late. Let's see. Mission statistic. You have to pass redirecting switches less than 19 miles per hour. Oh, I failed the switch transition. Your shift ends here. Return to the depot. Wah, wah. Alright, so I was doing about 22. But I didn't know I was going to hit a switch. There's nothing in the HUD that tells me I'm going to be redirected to a switch. That's... How was I supposed to know that? Although the speed limit there does say 20, so I guess I should have got below the speed limit. Alright. Well, didn't complete that one. Alrighty, well, at least I know now. Let's see. So, do I can quit here. Do I get to save, or... Oh, I think they said this game has an autosave. Let me check the manual real quick. Sam says, hate when that happens, it's annoying. Yeah. Well, I'm not too annoyed at this point because I'm still learning the train. And the route. So I do not mind. Alright, so let's see. Basic handling. You know what? Let me, I can kind of share what I'm looking at while I'm looking at it, I guess. Oh, you know what? I have a chance to answer another question here, because Snazza Powers was saying before he left that he thought the game looked like it was old, like from the 1950s or something. I wonder if they say in the manual when this is set. Oh, 1970s. It says right here. New York in the late 1970s. Okay, so he's right. This is a retro time period, I guess. A retro sim. But not quite the 1950s, not quite that old. But 1970s. Alright. The internet does not yet exist. US President is Jimmy Carter. Mobile phones are in their infancy. Now, we never heard of mobile phones in the 70s. Oil crisis is driving gasoline prices through the roof. I remember that. Voyager 1 and 2 embark on their journeys through our solar system. Disco balls spin to the beat of funk and soul. Yeah. While hip-hop makes its first appearance in neighborhoods of the Bronx, right? Yeah, it's sad. I'm old enough to remember all of that. I remember every last one of those things. In real time, I remember them as they happened. Alright. So anyway. So yeah, there's some missions listed here. So, okay, so yeah, there is kind of a mini RPG element involved here. You can literally interact with these different people. And according to this, you can get missions from them. Okay, that's different. So it looks like most of them are missions suitable for beginner level. And then after that, I guess these are more advanced missions. Standard here and here. Interesting. Alright, general notes. Only signals on the right side in the direction you're traveling are relevant. Okay, that's good to know. Do not ignore red. Yeah, we know. Yellow main signals indicate the next signal will be red. Right. The train can derail at excessive speed. So we know that. Speed limit is 19 miles per hour at switch crossings. Okay, so in either way, according to my tutorial, I have to stay below 20 miles per hour at not only turns, but at switches also. That's not too bad to remember. Okay. Let me see, we've been streaming about 2 hours. Do I want to do another service, or do I want to call it here? You know, while I'm contemplating that, I think I'm going to take a quick break, because I need a bio break either way, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. Alright, thanks for hanging out, folks. I'll be right back. Alright, so... I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wrap the stream here. A little bit short of my average. I think I usually average over 3 hours, but it's getting kind of late, and I'm a bit tired tonight, and I kind of didn't want to end the service without more of a sense of accomplishment, I guess. But I guess we kind of did a little bit better compared to the first time that I drove the Berlin line, where it took us basically an hour and a half to get the train moving. So luckily with this one, we had more of a pretty good tutorial that, you know, kind of allowed us to get up to speed a little bit quicker. And this should be interesting. I know Schnauzer Powers plays this, and I know our buddy Bam Bam plays it also. Although Bam Bam doesn't stream it because he only streams from his console. But looks like there's going to be some new elements to this compared to the other games in the World of Subway series. Excuse me, more like kind of RPG type elements. So kind of looking forward to checking some of those out. There's a secretary again. She didn't talk to me much last time either. But I'm thinking, you know, if I start another service at this point, I'm probably going for at least another hour, and that's kind of long for me. So I think I'm going to wrap here. All right, folks, that's going to be it from me. Everybody have a great night, and hopefully I'll see everybody Saturday for more XCOM. Until then, enjoy your night and enjoy your weekend, and have a good one.